Hello friends, today we're going to dig out of clutter. Well, we're going to start digging out of clutter. It's not something you can do in a day. It's not something you can do in a week or even a month. Sometimes it takes months to dig out of clutter, depending on how much clutter you have. The first thing I want you to do is take a deep breath and blow it out and get rid of some of your anxiety. Do that a couple of times. And then I want you to watch how to do the Fly Lady system for newbies on this channel. It's an older video. You'll need a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to take notes. Stop the video when I ask you to. Take notes. It'll take about an hour, an investment of an hour of your time to get you where you need to start. How do you start? So I'm just going to talk about the process, but I still want you to watch that video. So the process is slow, and it's slow because most of us are perfectionists. It's funny when you look around and you see your clutter and you say, well, this is so weird. I'm a perfectionist, but my house is so imperfect, and I am so imperfect. The truth is, yes, you are imperfect. I am imperfect. We're all imperfect. So when you start expecting perfection of yourself, it's cruel. It's cruel to yourself. It's cruel to your children to expect perfection out of them. The thing I'd like you to expect from yourself is the best that you can do. And I want you to understand that we're not going to do this in big hours and chunks of time. We're going to do this bit by bit, step by step, getting it together, organizing it, getting rid of things that don't belong, and slowly but surely you're going to be able to claim portions of your house back. And those are what I call wins. So if you've gotten a corner cleared, then that's a win. And the good thing about a win is you can go back and visit it and say, yay, I did do it. I remember what this looked like. Now there's one tip I'm going to give you today, and that is you can't clear a corner by taking everything out and throwing it in the other part of the room. That is not clearing a corner, that's just moving your junk around. The thing that you're going to do is invest some time into making some decisions, and you're going to get exhausted from making decisions. That's why we do it for 15 minutes at a time, because decisions are hard to make, especially when they're emotional decisions. If they are things that, cost a lot of money, or somebody gave it to you that you adore, or someone has passed away and now this thing has attained a new level of importance, this is what you want to do. You're going to have to make those decisions. So you've got 3 decisions to make. Do I want to keep it? Do I want to throw it away? Or do I want to give it away? Those are the 3 decisions. But each decision comes with multitudes of tiny little steps. So when you want to keep something, you have to ask yourself, do I love it? Do I need it? Or do I use it? It could be any of those 3 things. Do you really love it? Be honest with yourself. If it's something that you found in this corner that's been here for 7 years and you've never even seen it, it hasn't seen the light of day, and you say, oh, I love this. Well, no, you like it a lot. You forgot you had it, but you don't love it, or you would have been searching for it. And if you have been searching for it, great. If you love it, keep it, use it, put it where it needs to be, and take it out and look at it. If it's a letter from your great-granddad and it means a lot to you, and it was about some important thing, it's not just a grocery list, but it's something that's worthwhile, and it's very important to you, and you're going to look at it several times a year, and you're going to put it in a prominent book or somewhere that you can open it up and look at it and share it with your children, yes, by all means, keep that. But if it's somebody's scratch paper, and now they're deceased, and suddenly you've elevated that piece of scratch paper to a new level of importance, you're wrong for that. And I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's just wrong. It's trash, and that person wouldn't want you to keep their trash. Just like you wouldn't want your children to keep your trash. Imagine that being your scratch piece of paper where you made a grocery list or you added something up and your kids found it 50 years from now and said, oh, this is Mama's. You'd say, really? That's what you're going to keep from me? How about a picture of me? That would be better. You remember me better by a picture. So that's the kind of decisions you're going to be making. So if you love it, that's one thing. If you need it, oh my gosh, this is the part of my vacuum cleaner that I've been looking for forever, and here it is. Yes, you need that. Put it with your vacuum cleaner. Now you can start using that crevice tool that you lost or whatever. So that's an example of that. And then if you Love it, need it, or use it. You probably aren't using it if you found it in a corner for 7 years. I mean, and this happens to people. They have corners that they haven't visited for a while. So you're probably not using it, and it's probably not anything you want to keep. It's probably trash. Now let's talk about giveaway. Giveaway is not something that is probably trash, but you just liked it so much at one time, you feel like somebody else will like it so much. Really look at it. You know, I had to throw a pair of pajamas away today. They were a good pair of pajamas. I enjoyed wearing them. I got a replacement pair for Christmas. It's the exact same pair of pajamas because I love them so much. And that other pair feels terrible to my fingers. It's got pills all over it. It's heavy, where the other one is light and silky and pretty. And so I had thought about giving that away, but the more I thought about it, the less I want to give it away and the more I want to throw it away, because those pajamas aren't nice enough to give away. So if I went into a Goodwill, I wouldn't buy those pajamas. I've just attached to them because I know how much I loved them when I first got them, okay? So, and I wore them to pieces and I put them in the dryer, which was a mistake. I hang my new ones up and now they're staying nice. So I've learned how to take care of that particular kind of material. But that example is, those pajamas aren't something I would want anybody to, no one would buy those in the Goodwill. So I'm not gonna give those away. Believe me, they get plenty of good pajamas, some with the tag still on. So I threw them away. So you have to make those kind of decisions. Am I gonna give them away or throw them away? Does it have a hole? Is it irreparable? Do I need to repair it before I give it away? Is that gonna take a long time? Then let's just throw it away. Because there are so many people clearing so much clutter through this COVID pandemic that the Goodwills are overwhelmed with things. So don't give away trash, throw it away. And then trash is trash. It's just trash. It's not good for anything. It's just taking up space in your home. So when you make those decisions for 15 minutes, especially in the beginning, you're gonna be really tired at the end of 15 minutes, believe it or not. But you will have gained a little bit of space. The other thing about decluttering is that you must stay in one spot. You can't say, oh, this is Johnny's. Johnny, here, take this to your room, and you go give it. No, you can't do that. Stay right there, don't say anything, have your 3 containers, label your containers, or in some way know the difference, that this one is trash, and this one is giveaway, and this one is put away. Put away is the things that we're going to keep that don't belong in this corner. It goes in that basket, so, or container. So if they're labeled, you won't do what I've done many times, which is put the put away in the throwaway container and then accidentally put some throwaway in the giveaway container. Because I have ADD, I'm a little sidetracked, that's what I do. So when it's labeled, I can remember which one is which, because I get involved in what I'm doing, and I think I know, but I don't know. And I'm not stupid, I'm very smart, but I get mixed up. So if you get mixed up, then you definitely need to label. If you think you don't get mixed up, then look at your containers when you're done and see if you didn't do what I did. Okay, don't waste your time. Just label your container. Pardon me. So once that 15 minutes is up, and 15 minutes is longer than you think, set your timer first, let it go, and work for 15 minutes in that particular spot. And then when you're done, complete the process. This is so very important to getting rid of clutter. And that is, take the garbage out to the garbage can. If there's something in there that you think someone, including yourself, might be tempted to pull out of the garbage, make sure that it's hidden in the garbage, in a bag that you can't see through, etc. Take the giveaway, put it in the back of the car, in the trunk of the car. Again, if you think this is something, an area where your family's gonna see it, maybe it's children's toys or whatever, or you're gonna see it and say, oh, I'm gonna second think that, let me just take that back. Then cover it up so you can't see it and commit to giving it to someone else. It's a gift for someone else. And then the put away, you have to take the time to go put it in the proper place. Now, if your home is overwhelmingly cluttered, you're going to have a hard time putting things in their proper place because you have too much stuff and not enough real estate to store it. So what you're going to do is find a container for each room and put the put away for that room in that container. Could be a laundry basket, doesn't matter. And you're going to continue to work through your house like this 4 times a week, 15 minutes a day. That's decluttering. We do it in a zone. We do it in a particular room. The thing that helps us the most as sidetracked people or people with ADD is that we have a plan. A plan. Now listen, when I say you have ADD, you don't have to have been told by a doctor you have ADD. You know if you are distractible. You know if you have to reread the chapter you just read because your mind went somewhere else. And of course that happens to everybody, but if it happens a lot, then you know that you're distractible. If somebody tells you something in the middle of a sentence that you're saying and you can't remember your sentence, and that happens lots of times, you're probably distractible. You may have ADD. I'm not saying you do, and it doesn't even matter. We don't have to label it. Let's just call ourselves sidetracked, okay? You get sidetracked. So we're going to have a plan. The biggest help for you is a plan. It's going to make you feel better. It's your tool. So the plan is this system that I'm teaching you. So you're going to have routines, you're going to have basic weekly plan, and you're going to have zones. Watch the video, and it will make a lot of sense to you, and then implement the system. I'll be live every single Monday for At-Home Homemakers at 9 a.m. Eastern Time right here. And I'll be live on Saturdays for Payroll Homemakers at 10 a.m. on Saturday right here. And then I'm giving you 3 videos a week besides those 2 lives. And I'm giving you 1 video that is a Patreon video on Friday as a sample of what you can get on Patreon. Patreon is where I mentor people. And for $5 a month, you can get a video every single day, more about how you think than what you have to do. Here I'm talking about what you have to do. Over there it's how do we think about these things? How do we change the way we think? And then you also have the ability to be mentored on that channel. So it's $5 a month for the videos, and if you want to add mentoring, there are 3 levels: $25, $50, or $100. $25, $50, or $100. So it's up to you what you think you need. You don't have to be a patron. I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying it's an additional help for you. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you start digging out of your clutter one step at a time. I hope you watch my video, How to Do the Fly Lady System for Newbies, and I hope that you remember through all of this that you are beautiful. So be beautiful.